Hi everybody and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Holden Brothers Diesel. I'm Willie Holden.
And I'm Stephen Holden.
And today we're starting with a nasty 12-valve build for Matt off of DemolitionRanch. Y'all check this out. We got the pistons installed, we filed our rings, we checked tolerances on the rods and the mains. Everything looks really good for a 200,000 mile motor. A lot of that stuff is exactly where you want for actually making some big power. You've got oil clearance so we can turn some high RPM. And so I had a little bit of technical data I was going to go over for some of the guys who really wanted to know. I know y'all guys are out there, so let me cover a couple of things that we do whenever we're going to build a really nasty 12-valve motor. One of the first things you're going to do is you're going to throw you a couple of welds on the front side, keep the crank drive gear from slipping. You definitely want to make sure that does not slip, otherwise you're going to kiss all the valves and all the pistons. So we always throw a couple of tigs on the front side of that thing. It works really, really well for most applications. Piston ring, piston to bore clearance, we kept that. We left it as is. Checked a couple measurements across this thing. This is as close as it's going to get without going into the machine cabinet and actually changing anything. This thing is really pretty well set up. For the guys who want to know, piston ring gap, we ended up at 24 on the top ring. Basically across the board, we got a little bit more, another half thou to a thousandth on 1 and 6. Our middle ring, we moved up to about 40, 41 is what most of them ended up landing at. Obviously 1 and 6, they end up a little bit looser. That's how we always do it. Those are the hottest cylinders, they choke the most. Camshaft, we are running a Hamilton 178-208. This is a billet steel cam. Excuse me, this is a cast cam. Billet steel, you actually use bushings all the way through the block to support it. On your stock 12-valve stuff, you only have a single cam bushing up here at the front side. Running a cast cam on a cast block is the best way to not exchange the two materials. You use common materials, they expand at the same rates, they work out really, really well. So, we're running a cast 178-208. This is going to move a whole lot of cylinder pressure down into the lower RPM range, help us to move air and put the heat in the turbo early. With any 12-valve build, if you're going to make big power, you're going to have to spin the thing high. So we've got a good flowing cylinder head from the guys at Hamilton. It is a drop-on head, flows 235 CFM. We are going to run high timing. I don't think we're going to be anywhere below probably high 20s, mid to high 20s. We're expecting to be up into the 30s because this thing is, if it responds like we're hoping, or we expect, then we're just going to keep turning it up and see what it'll make. Bottom line is, 178-208, you absolutely cannot go wrong with this camshaft. I don't care if it's in a 12-valve, if it's in a 5.9, or if it's in a 6.7. Awesome, awesome selection. One of the things that you always do when you're going to run a cam on a 12-valve, specifically 12-er, VP 12-valve, or a VP 44, 24-valve, they run helical cut gears. When you have helical cut gears, you have the gear wants to move forward off of the camshaft, and you also have all of that spring load, spring tension from heavy-duty valve springs. They're going to maintain high RPM without valve flow. So all that stuff's working against you. So what do? You bolt on a Hamilton cam retainer, throw a little Loctite on that bad boy. This thing is never going to walk out of the backside of the block. You don't have to worry about that happening whatsoever. Gives you some peace of mind. You can just hammer it out on this thing and not worry about any of that kind of stuff walking around inside the motor. Whenever we set up with a Hamilton cam, they have a wider load phase. We run a common rail tappet, also from Hamilton Cams. These guys can get you guys set up, top to bottom. They make almost everything for Cummins. Really, really good stuff. So we're going to use their 1.5" tappet, and if you notice, you're going to get a nice big fat face across there. This is a really, really good part to pair with this. Anytime you're going to do a new camshaft, you want to do new tappets, hit the guys up in Hamilton, they get you took care of.
Hey guys, so we're wrapping up here this evening. We've got all the parts that we've got here in stock. We're waiting on a couple of the custom pieces to show up. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the parts we installed today and some of the vendors that actually hooked us up on this deal. Kitting machine, hooked it up. We got some bullet freeze plug stuff, a couple other items from those guys. Thank you guys for the help on that. Hamilton Cams, couldn't give enough credit to those guys. So much love, hooked it up fat on this deal so that we could make this happen in a short time. Picked up their really nice bolt-on cylinder head, flowing 235 CFM. We're running their 178-208 cast cam, their common rail steel tappets, their heavy-duty pushrod setup. Their cylinder head also comes with their conical valve springs. It's a really, really solid setup from those guys. Fuel side of this project is coming from Ferrell Diesel. Ferrell Diesel is, I can't say enough about those guys. All you gotta do is look around anywhere in the mechanical world, you will see that these dudes, Seth Ferrell, just absolutely kicks ass. Stage 4 pump, 12mm pump, flowing over 600 cc's. This thing's gonna get down, 5,000 plus RPM. Kingspeed, the bling that's on this thing looks ridiculously awesome. Cannot give enough credit to those guys. They make sick products. When we get more time, we'll show you the transmission that we built to go behind this thing using their pan, which is unbelievably awesome. The oil pan on this thing is all TIG welded, aluminum, killer. Front cover, same thing, machined, super legit setup. The window up here for adjustable timing gear. You've got the provisions for running a heavy duty pump, like a Waterman off the front side. Awesome, awesome product. Really, really good fit up on this piece. Really looking nice. Shout out to the guys at Moonlite Fab and Machine. He reached out to Steven and I. He saw us on Matt's channel whenever we were actually going to start this build, and asked if he could hook us up with some of the stuff that he made. And a couple days later, these really cool pieces showed up. This intake plenum top cover and the billet side cover, tappet cover. Very nice pieces, fit really well. Really cool American flag on there with the right number of stars and stripes. I thought that was a really cool detail. Thanks for the hookup on that. MG Diesel. Little bitty shop out of Paola, Kansas. They hooked it up on the injectors. We're running a 5x18 microblind sack. Should be plenty of injector for what we want to do, and hopefully run pretty clean, actually. Cannot give enough credit to these guys. Been working with these guys actually for over 10 years. Outstanding products. MG Diesel, little bitty shop. Google them, check out their Facebook. Y'all go spend some money with these guys. They know how to build 12-out injectors. All right, guys, until next time, thanks.